Hi everyone! So I wanted to do another prom look today. The one I did a few days ago was rather simple, a little bit more natural and subtle looking. So I thought I'd do one that was a little bit more, maybe a lot more dramatic. So this is kind of, you know, if you're feeling a little bit more brave with color, it's got some glitter and it's got just a lot of drama. So I decided I wanted to do a look using the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. Mine is not pretty right now because I got black on it. Ew! This is a really pretty palette and I had actually never used these. I had never even swatched any of these shades or anything before sitting down to film this. I just kind of made it up as I went. But these are probably some of the best, if not the best, shadows I've ever worked with in my entire life. They blend like butter, like actual amazingness. They just blend like crazy. Like when you put your primer down and you put down your first eyeshadow shade, sometimes it takes like quite a bit of effort to get it to actually blend, and these don't. It's just like, ah, and it's amazing. They're awesome. I can't even tell you. This is basically just mattes and then of course some glitter, just because I feel like it can't be prom and not use some glitter. I mean it can, but I just, I have a thing. I just can't. I can't. Everything in this look, the blending shades up here that I used up onto the brow bone, my blush, and even my lip are kind of more in the peachy family. The lip might be coming off more as pink on camera than it actually is. Everything is generally peachy-ish. Not only does that really complement the blue that I have really well, but it's going to complement blue eyes really well. And also if you have any kind of like olivey skin, I think this would look really pretty because I love kind of peachy tones on those skin tones. I can't even describe it, but it's beautiful. If you're more fair, this can work as well. Just make sure to blend out the blush really well, just because it can be a bit of a contrast. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this look and I hope that you find it helpful or find some inspiration or get some ideas from it. And if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Okay, first of all, I'm going to prime my eyelids. This is Paint Pot by MAC in the shade Painterly, and I use this one because of how awesome of a job it does at canceling out like the redness that I have on my eyelids and blood vessels and blah, whatever that is. It's ugly. So yeah, look how well it works. Crazy. I already have, by the way, like all of my skin prep done, and I'll list everything that I use for that down below. Following it with NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in the shade Milk, and finishing up my double prime. I'm going to start off, so I'm using the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette, and I'm going to start off with this kind of reddish brown color. I think it's called Sunset or Sunrise. There's both. I don't know. It's one of the two. But it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like reddish brown. It kind of reminds me of Copper Ring by MAC without the sparkle. It's really pretty and I loved it for kind of that shade that you put in the crease and kind of all over in that eye socket. It did a really good job of like kind of fading the dark colors that I used up into the brow bone. So I'm just going over with that application a few different times to make sure that it's the intensity that I'm hoping for. And then after that I'm going to take my really fluffy blending brush and I'm going to use the other shade right next to it, which is Sunrise. Okay, so the first one was Sunset, this is Sunrise. This is more of like baby poop yellow. Oh, I can't believe I just said that, but it kind of is. And it's really creamy and smooth, so I'm using that to blend the edge of that color and soften it a little bit so that there's a better transition between the red and my skin tone. So I'm going to now do this color Java all over my entire lid. I just realized that it's kind of ironic that I cancel out the redness on my eyelids in order to put more red on my eyelids. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wrestle with that. Okay, here we go. So this looks like a brownish red, kind of like the Makeup Forever 162 that I adore so much. I'm just taking it all over the eyelid and making sure that it's really, really pigmented and it's a really opaque application. I'm going to take my goat hair brush and kind of marry those two colors together. I always think of it like the colors are like sitting next to each other and you want them to hold hands and be friends and blend into one another and be one. So that's what I'm doing with those two blending brushes. And then just kind of adding a little bit more of that dark color just to make it the intensity that I'm looking for. So I'm going to take the dark color called Noir, and it's not really black, it's kind of like a dark gray, on a pencil brush, and I want you guys to notice, that was awkward, I want you guys to notice how not precise I'm being with this color. I'm literally just placing it at an angle that is going to make my eye shape exaggerated. So it's taking like that almond shape of the eye and just lengthening it a little bit. That's all it's doing. So think of it that way instead of being like, oh, I'm scared to put that black color down. It's really not a big deal. It's just creating an optical illusion. So I'm going through, and then once I place that color, blending it and pulling back to make sure the two sides are even. Yeah, my dogs are wrestling. Yep. Yep, this is my life. Gross. Okay, so on to, what am I doing now? Glitter? No, what am I doing? What am I about to do? What is this face for? Okay, oh, okay, so I'm just blending the same shades down below on the lower lash line. You'll notice that I'm not focusing any attention onto the inner corner at all. There's almost no product there whatsoever, and that's because I'm going to do the glitter there, and so I really just don't need this eyeshadow to be there at all. It's in fact probably going to make things harder for me if I were to bring it into that corner. Okay, so now I'm taking this white eye kohl by MAC. It's called Fascinating, and I'm using this sort of like we did with the Milk Jumbo eyeshadow pencil as a primer and kind of like a intensifying agent, and it's going to brighten the inner corner, and it's also going to intensify the color that you put over the top of it. So the blue is going to look truer than if you just put it over the skin color. I'm dragging that down and kind of fading it into the first 1/3 of the inner part of my lower lash line. This is really gross. I don't know why I put this in here, you guys. I'm like taking my face off. Ugh, it's gross. Okay, so now I'm cheating and I'm venturing out of the Naturally Pretty palette, and I'm using this color by MAC that I believe is called Steamy. I'll have it down below. And just popping that right on the inner corner. You want to just place it in like right where that corner is, and that's the most intense part, and you want to kind of fade it outward just a little bit on both the top and the bottom. So I'm just placing it and then fading it outward and blending. And blending it into the top color as well. You don't want like a harsh line between where the dark reddish brown is and then the blue. And I'm taking this glitter, I don't know what it is, I've had it for a million years. I'm just going to spray some Fix Plus on there and literally just stamp it. Glitter obviously doesn't blend, it has no hope of ever blending, and it's not going to help anything if you try to blend it. Just stamp it in there and kind of put the most intensity in the corner again, like I said, and then when there's less on your brush, then you can drag it out toward the rest of your eye, but you really want to focus it just in that blue area. And yeah, do that on both sides. I don't know what that was. Okay, look at Penelope. We call her Pig Dog. She's like, she thinks she's a person. Look at her sitting there in the bed. What a brat. Okay, so I'm just taking any mascara. It doesn't matter which one, because all I'm doing is turning my lashes black so that they will blend in with the false lashes that I'm about to apply. And there are the false lashes. I think if I had to go back to prom and redo it, not only would I do more dramatic eye makeup than I did, but I would put false lashes on for sure, because I didn't do that, and I wish that I had. It's kind of fun. But yeah, we're just going to wrestle with these for a second, because that's what we do. Moving on to lips, I did the rest of my face, my blush and bronzer and everything off camera, just to make it a little bit more, you know, time efficient, whatever is the phrase I'm looking for. So I'm taking the concealer and concealing my lip line, and taking this lip liner in Lasting Sensation by MAC, and I'm just going to line my lips. So exciting. And then I'm going to fill in my lips a little bit with the lip liner as well. Not super exciting to watch, but we all gotta do it, guys. It's just part of life, even though it's pretty boring. Also, my idea of a good time is putting on tons of makeup and then pulling really ugly faces. Oh, you're so weird. Okay, almost done with the lip lining, guys. I promise you. And then we will be on to the lipstick. So like I said, this lip is rather peachish. I guess it's more coral, but it does look more peach in real life than it's showing up on camera. This shade is by L'Oreal, and I'm really not crazy about this formula, but this is the only one that I had in this shade that I was looking for. And it's kind of a bummer because this was meant to be like a good formula is what I heard, and it just feels really cheap. I don't know. I don't like it. Okay, so this is the NYX Butter Gloss, and it is more peach than it's coming off. This is so weird. But it is, I'll look up the shade and put it down below. I'm so lazy. But you guys can just check down there for all of the information as usual. But that is it, you guys. We are all done. I hope you guys enjoyed this, or at least thought it was entertaining because it's so crazy and out there. Yeah. Okay, bye.